Mami Nanami. This was probably her best performance in the entire series here. If you guys know anything, I mean, this is season 5. So you guys should know that she is voiced by one of the most legendary voice actors, Yuki Aoi. You guys probably know her from Tanya the Evil or the Apocryphy Diaries. I'm a Spider, So What? You know, animes like these, they're pretty popular, especially Apocryphy Diaries. Bro, I just loved this performance. You know, say what you will about Chizuru, say what you will about Mami, and it's funny because Ruka herself said it herself. She said it herself. She was like, "You cucked me." She became the real cuck of this episode. She's the biggest L in this episode. Like, but if you think about it, we needed Mami Nanami. If Mami Nanami wasn't in this series, Chizuru and Kazuya would get away with their fucking lies. Think about that. But anyways, this was just incredibly beautiful. The masterclass drama. I felt like I was I felt like I was watching like a stage play. Like, you know, you got Chizuru here, got Ruka, and they're in the fucking bathroom. You know, and it's crazy because Chizuru doubled down, and Kazuya, they doubled down. This episode of Rent a Girlfriend, season 5, episode 5, was insane. The incredible, and it's crazy because a lot of fans out there, this is just insane, right? You guys will defend Chizuru and just point your fingers at Mami Nanami. Like, can't you see that two wrongs don't make a right? You know, just because Mami's obsession and willingness to destroy relationships, just because she is not right in the head, doesn't mean that what Chizuru is doing is right in the head. You know, so what Chizuru is doing here, bro, is a triple lie. Like, just think about it. She started out with white lies, then just blatantly lying because she knows she needs to confess, and Ruka knows she needs to confess. Mami knows she has to confess. So she's just blatantly lying, and for a whole year, damn near 2 years, just lies through her teeth pathologically. And then now here, after being caught lying, doubles down on her lie. And yeah, and then right here, Mami Nanami, how are you any different from a shady prostitute? Bro, the line is just amazing. Like, she literally just called Chizuru a fucking prostitute, a lying prostitute at that. But no, she's 100%. There is a cash exchange, and they did get physically intimate. That is, you know, the blueprint to prostitution. And then right here, Mami's like, "You make me sick." Bro, the emotions here were just incredible. I felt home. I'm pretty sure you guys felt it. I can't lie to you guys. This is the only anime. Like, I'm telling you, this is like the only anime that genuinely gets underneath my skin. I mean, to a certain extent, like, well, shit, my light's not working. Why is it not working? There we go. To a certain extent, like, you know, it's just an anime. At the end of the day, it's just a goddamn anime. But this shit really does get underneath my... Like, I learned to cope with it, alright? I learned to cope with the drama. You know, I learned to cope with how ridiculous Kazuya is. You know, I just learned just to ignore that motherfucker. And you hear Mami Nanami was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna call your agency." Like, the thing is that Mami Nanami is not strategic. You know, she could have laid more evidence out there. You know what I'm saying? Way more evidence. You know, maybe called an agency representative to, like, walk in on there or be in disguise. You know, like a FBI. You know, you know, they're adults. These are actually adults. They're all in college, my guys. Like 3 years into college. So yeah, she could have hired like an FBI and just blew the door open. I would have done that shit. I would have like hired an accomplice or something, bro. Laid out the evidence, bro, and just flat out fucking because that's just how me and my mommy think, okay? No, I'm just trying to help her out. Like, what she could have done better. Honestly, of course, it doesn't excuse her pathological willingness to just destroy relationships. But here is just insane. Like, Chizuru just doubles down. She just triples down, quadruples. I just, and even Mami Nanami shocked. She's like, damn, I'm a crazy bitch. But Chizuru, she's leagues above being a crazy bitch. Like, and then right here, like I said, Chizuru tries to stick the finger to Mami Nanami. Shift the blame. Can you? And it's just insane. It's just real cope. It really is. Like, Mizuru knows she fucked up. She did everything wrong. And she even admitted, yeah, Mami Nanami isn't right. I mean, wrong. Even Chizuru defends Mami Nanami. You know what I'm saying? Like, she defends Mami Nanami, and you guys won't even defend Mami Nanami. Why is that? How is it? Because it's just like the simp nature of people to defend a 10 out of 10, a dime woman. Like, they're all hot. It doesn't excuse their bullshit, okay? So you're just choosing your poison. If I was to choose obviously in real life, I would never associate with any of these gals. But if you had to choose the less poisonous one, it had to be Ruka, Mami, and then Chizuru. And then the other chick, I don't know. There's like 2 other chicks. They don't even show up anymore. Like, I don't even know why they're included in the roster. Sumi, yeah, it was Sumi, and then the other blue-haired chick. I don't even remember. But yeah, the worst one is gonna be Muzuru, and then it's gonna be Mami, and then it's gonna be Ruka. Ruka's just an angel. She really is, bro. If you ever meet a Ruka, you hold on to her, man. She's like perfect. Ruka is just fucking perfect. But no, this scene with I just love Yuki Aoi, her voice, her everything about the scene was just perfect, exquisite, well done, fantastic. It's just a galore of voice acting prestige. I don't know how much more I can compliment this episode. This scene